Rhea Ripley, a WWE superstar, displays her new tattoo. Without a question, one of the top talents in the WWE is Rhea Ripley. Her distinctive appearance is one of several reasons that have undoubtedly contributed to her quick ascent to prominence as the promotion's face. Mommy is heavily tattooed, suggesting that she has an obsession with becoming inked. In a recent Twitch stream, Ripley showed off her new tattoo. Fans were instantly drawn to the Raw superstar's collarbone tattoo on social media. Watch the video below to see Ripley's new body ink. Since WrestleMania 39, the Nightmare has been in the picture for the world title and has had a lot of success. She lost the gold to Io Sky on the road to WrestleMania 41, though, and has been fighting to get it back. Ripley and Sky faced Naomi for the women's world title at SummerSlam 2025. The Glow won the triple threat match and successfully defended her gold. Despite being a megastar, Mommy was briefly featured in a backstage segment on last week's Raw. Ripley's booking was criticized by former WWE head writer Vince Russo on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Legion of Raw. Because of what she performed on this show, Rhea is arguably the biggest female star there.
Guys, that's it.
That's the main idea. Despite having a 30-second vignette in the rear of a 2.5-hour show, she is perhaps the most over girl on Raw. I find that inconceivable because she is a weapon if I'm creating this show that way. I'm playing that card, you know. She plays a significant role in the show, so that's how you use her, Russo remarked. From the minute 30, 1:53, but during a recent performance in Mexico City, Dominic Mysterio honored Liv Morgan while she recuperated from a shoulder injury. On Saturday, Dirty Dom made a run for the AAA Mega Championship at Triple Mania XXXI. El Hijo del Vikingo defended the AAA Mega Championship in a four-way battle against Mysterio, El Grande Americano, and Dragon Lee in Triple Mania 33's main event. Vikingo kept the title when Dominic came very near to becoming a double champion, but AJ Styles stepped in and cost him the victory. Dirty Dom remembered Liv Morgan, who is recuperating from shoulder surgery, during his trip to Mexico. In a match against Kairi Sane on Raw 2 months ago, Morgan sustained the injury. Morgan was featured on Dominic Mysterio's equipment. In honor of the wounded WWE star, he placed her face on the picture of the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Dominic Mysterio had already substituted Liv Morgan's face for the image of the Virgin Mary. In a recent Instagram post commemorating his 20th anniversary at SummerSlam, Mysterio posted the same picture. He maintained his Intercontinental Championship by defeating AJ Styles during the event. After Triple Mania XXXII, Dominic Mysterio was questioned about his loss in the AAA Mega Championship match by WWE Español's Andrea Bazart. When AJ Styles interfered in the contest and helped El Hijo del Vikingo keep the title, Mysterio became enraged. Given that he was so close to taking home another title, Dom was also angry at Bazart for posing the query. He stated that he will speak with the Judgment Day about what transpired and their potential future intentions, but he was unsure of his next course of action. Knowing that he still held the Intercontinental Championship, Mysterio chose to see the bright side. But Styles' involvement is a major concern, and a rematch could be imminent.
But
the atmosphere at the Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania was always electrifying, with fans from all over the world swarming the arena, chanting, waving signs, and humming with excitement. The energy was even higher on April 3, 2023. On the biggest platform of all, Bianca Belair, the WWE's EST, successfully defended her Raw Women's Championship. As her theme song began to play, the audience erupted, and she walked down the ramp with the assurance of a victor who had solidified her reputation. Taking the stage, Bianca thanked the supporters, shared her journey, and pledged to continue pushing the boundaries of the women's division. The lights dimmed a little as she was about to declare herself the most dominant champion in contemporary WWE history. There was a new excitement throughout the arena. As Rhea Ripley's song poured through the speakers, the audience burst into a combination of applause and jeering. At WrestleMania, Rhea had established herself by winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. With the gold title slung over her shoulder and dressed in black leather, she stalked to the ring while her Judgment Day teammates watched from backstage. As Rhea climbed into the ring, Bianca stood tall, smirking, and lowered her sunglasses. The two women just stared at one another for a long time. "This is awesome," the fans chanted before a single blow was delivered. At last, Rhea said in a sharp yet low voice, "Bianca, cherish this moment because it won't be around for long. You've been claiming to be the greatest of the WWE, but you're actually facing this division's worst nightmare. I'm coming for you, regardless of whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or WrestleMania once more. Girl, you may call yourself the Nightmare, but I've been making dreams come true and nightmares fade away from day one." Bianca shot back, raising her championship high. "You'll need to demonstrate that you can outperform the EST if you want this title because I'm the strongest, fastest, and hardest." As the crowd yelled, "Fight!
Fight!
Fight!" the tension spilled over. Rhea advanced a single step, looming above Bianca, and the two almost collided. The two champions appeared to be about to exchange fists when WWE officials entered the ring and separated them. While Rhea sneered evilly and mouthed the words, "TikTok, EST," Bianca lifted her title high as her music hit again, beaming confidently. With two champions, two legacies, and only one woman destined to be at the top, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley were bound to collide, according to the Raw after WrestleMania.
But
on that memorable night of April 13th, 2021, the Capitol Wrestling Center's lights shone brightly. With the knowledge that they had just witnessed history, the NXT universe was a hive of activity. After climbing the mountain and defeating Io Shirai, Raquel Gonzalez won the NXT Women's Championship. Sweat and tears were streaming down her cheeks as she stood in the middle of the ring, holding the gold to her chest. Raquel was carrying years of hardship, sacrifice, and labor in her hands in addition to a championship. She raised the belt high as she turned to face the audience, many of whom were still chanting her name and clapping. She yelled over the microphone, her voice breaking with passion, "This isn't just for me. This is for every woman who strives to prove herself and for everyone who claimed I couldn't do it.
this is our time."
The audience surged, but the large screen flickered to life. When Rhea Ripley's well-known entrance song from The Nightmare burst around the arena, the spectators gasped. At WrestleMania, Rhea stunned everyone by defeating Asuka to win the title of Raw Women's Champion just a week prior. With her trademark sneer, Rhea strode towards the ring, her new title gleaming over her shoulder. However, another theme, the upbeat beat of the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, arrived before Raquel could even react. Knowing that something extraordinary was about to happen, the NXT fans jumped to their feet. At WrestleMania, Bianca also made history by becoming the SmackDown Women's Champion after defeating Sasha Banks in the main event. Her title shone around her waist as she walked in, her trademark braids swinging. As both women climbed into the ring, Raquel gaped. Tonight, Rhea and Bianca appeared to be warriors bound together by fate rather than rivals. The air was heavy with expectancy as the three women circled each other for a minute. Cheers erupted. "This is fantastic. This is fantastic." It was Rhea who spoke first. She smiled at Raquel as she leant into the microphone. "Raquel, we stated that back in NXT. We promised to eventually take over this company. Now take a look at us, the NXT Women's Champion, the Raw Women's Champion, and the SmackDown Women's Champion. We succeeded." Next up, Bianca spoke with pride in her voice. "Together, we overcame the hardship. We challenged one another, pushed one another, and improved one another. It's about all of us tonight, not just one champion. It's about demonstrating that perseverance, hard effort, and discipline pay off." After exchanging glances, the three women lifted their titles in unison, almost out of habit. As the camera got the classic image of Raquel Gonzalez, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair standing tall, representing three distinct businesses, respectfully saluting each other, the crowd screamed. It was an overwhelming moment for Raquel. She had envisioned herself standing next to Rhea and Bianca as their equal, not as a beginner or an underdog. She was there now, in the same spotlight as two of the industry's most influential women. As she gazed at them, tears filled her eyes. Rhea extended her arm to embrace Raquel. In the center of the NXT ring, Bianca joined in, forming a circle of sisterhood. Tonight, the focus was on history rather than antagonism. Together, the three women who had led the way from NXT to the biggest stages of all time are now celebrating. The NXT universe was aware that they had just seen something exceptional and unique. For years to come, the picture of those three champions together would be relived, not just as a significant event in wrestling history, but also as a testament to the potential of women in the WWE. Raquel said to herself, "This is just the beginning," as the audience continued to chant their names until the show went black. But excitement was already in the air for Monday Night Raw's July 28, 2025 episode. Fans inside the arena could sense the excitement before the first bell even rang because there had been rumors of a huge women's main event going on all week. The storyline going into the evening was straightforward yet explosive. Two powerful teams facing off, with the possibility of a title, rivalry, and pride at stake. A formidable group consisting of Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer, and the legendary Nikki Bella, who was making a comeback, stood on one side. Stephanie's technical grit from her international experience, Io's high-flying precision, Rhea's physical power, and Nikki Bella's seasoned leadership made up their odd but lethal alliance. They appeared to be a team designed to rule. But their rivals weren't to be taken lightly. In defiance, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Zoe Stark, and Shayna Baszler had banded together to demonstrate that heart and collaboration could rival unadulterated supremacy. With her charisma and shine, Naomi had assumed the position of leader, reminding her team and the supporters that no obstacle was insurmountable without teamwork. The intensity was unbelievably high when the match started. Zoe Stark was the first person Nikki Bella faced off against. When Nikki, who hadn't wrestled in months, tagged in Rhea with her trademark forearm smash, the fans went wild. Rhea taunted Zoe from her height before easily shoving her to the mat. From the apron, Naomi enraged the fans by calling for the tag. The contest changed when Naomi eventually entered. She dodged Rhea's clothesline, struck the ropes, and delivered a stunning springboard kick that left Ripley stunned. As the crowd erupted, they chanted, "Naomi! Naomi!" Naomi was in her element, frustrating the powerhouse with her speed and agility. However, a single diversion from Io Sky on the apron provided Rhea with the opportunity to deliver a devastating powerbomb on Naomi. For several minutes, Naomi was treated cruelly by the heels. As Rhea and Nikki mocked from the corner, Stephanie Vaquer showed off her technical skill by locking Naomi in a devastating submission. Io's lightning-fast defense would always interrupt Naomi as she tried to slither towards Liv or Shayna. When Liv Morgan eventually received the hot tag, it was a game-changer. As Liv raced in like a ball of fire, bringing down Nikki Bella with a clothesline and then striking Io with a bulldog, the fans went crazy. The crowd was energized by Liv, and for a split second, it appeared as though Naomi's team could win. However, when Rhea Ripley is in the ring, momentum quickly wanes. Liv's codebreaker was brutally countered by the Mommy, who bulldozed her way back in. Chaos resulted after Shayna Baszler breaking the pin at the final minute. Nikki Bella speared Zoe Stark to the ground. Naomi jumped over the top rope with a crossbody onto Stephanie and Io, and Rhea stood tall over a stunned Liv inside the ring. Bodies were flying everywhere. When Rhea tagged Io, who scaled to the top rope, it was over. Io launched her amazing over-the-moonsault, connecting flawlessly with Ripley keeping Liv in place. Nikki Bella knocked Shayna off the apron, and Stephanie stopped Naomi from breaking the pin. 1, 2, 3 was the referee's count. Reactions in the arena were divided, with applause for Naomi and her team's tenacity and jeers for the winning team. In the ring, Rhea, Io, Stephanie, and Nikki stood together with their arms raised. Rhea mouthed, "Nobody can stop us," while grinning at the camera. Liv was reassured by Naomi, who was kneeling next to her outside the ring, that this was only one fight in a much bigger conflict. The tension between these women promised further pyrotechnics in the weeks ahead, so the drama was far from ended. The analyst's finest summary of Raw's conclusion was, If this is just the beginning, imagine what's next for the women's division. Greetings and welcome to my channel, dear viewers. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Lima. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video.